Hey guys, Cole here. Welcome back to Watcher of Realms. Halloween events are finally here. The bastion here is already decorated and it's a ton of fun because there is small little rewards that you can actually pick up. By the way, if you didn't notice, you see this small candy? If you click on it, it gives you some small rewards and says reward remaining 1. I've already clicked it twice today, so I think there's gonna be another one popping randomly. I don't know when, but everything looks pretty good. And there's the Shadow in the Castle event that's going on. There's also the weekend summoning events. If you click on the summon tab, you can see the 10x banner for Kriya and Kineza. I highly recommend you don't go for these two heroes unless you really want Demos right here. He's the actual prize of this whole 10x banner summoning. For me, I have Demos already on a 2 awakening, so I'm totally fine with not going for this one. I tested out Kriya, tested out Kineza. Not for me. Kineza especially, you only have really some very limited slots for the guild boss, and those are taken by better damage dealing heroes within the game. Kriya also seems underwhelming comparing her to other AoE mages that you might have, and I already have Kamed, who I want to be devoting all my resources for, so definitely not the way to go with my limited summons. The 2x banner is also not that important for me because I just don't care about randomness, right? What I want to prepare for is on Sunday, there's going to be the surprise invocation of spirits. This is what you want. It's a one-off offer where you can get one random legendary hero upon summoning one during this event, but this is invocation of spirits only. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that it will be only with these blue summoning stones. It will not count from your divine ones. Okay, so you can actually use up your divines if you want with the 2x, but the blue ones, this is where you can get the 1+1. So be very careful with that one. That is the highly recommended summoning banner to go for, right, for the weekend. Let me tell you a little bit about the Shadow in the Castle events that are going on right now. These are very cool looking, everything. I love it. It really reminds you of Halloween. This is beautiful. These are different events. The enemies are Halloween themed and you can fight them. I did the fights already, so I can't really tell you how the fights are, but you really just put in 2 tanks if you're having trouble, or 2 strong fighters with some healers, because eventually you'll get those rolling stones that you have in Gear Raid 2 that take a big chunk, like 80% of your health, just by when they hit you and then they die basically. So have a healer to heal up your fighters and you should be okay. And then AoE damage and all that is not that stressful for more, you know, late game players. For more beginner players, you can do the lower difficulties. It's just that, by the way guys, you can get the first clear attempt victories right here, which gives you some summons as well. So do every single stage and then just farm the highest one every single day for those rewards that you'll get, which are quite nice. For the it's not going to be every day. I don't think it's every day that you get the gems. I think this will be limited to only the mithril, and maybe the energy is what you'll get every single day for 3 runs. Then after that, there's these spooky surprises that you can get for just clearing randomly. Promotion rate, gear rate, artifact rate, or resource rate is pretty cool because you can get them as you go through. I think I haven't gotten many. I think it's very limited, like maybe like 1% or 2% of runs. I'll just have to see. And then we have the bounties here. This is very important. The bounties right here, these can be refreshed. So as you are refreshing them, there's some free refreshers and there's some refreshers for 500 gold, and then there's some for 1,000 gold. So be very careful with these because you can actually refresh these. And let me just show you guys. And you can actually get this one. Look at this. Eliminate 35 pumpkin colossi in enigmatic shadow challenge. You can get 4 of these instead of the 2 that you usually get. So have that in mind. I mistakenly did my C5 and C4. I did that already today. So I can go and do this one, which I would get like 1 summoning stone. So I'm missing that. So I'll have to go and refresh this back to something that is doable for me and just go and do that. All right, it's not that big of a deal, but it's something small that might matter for you guys if you want to be a little bit more efficient and get the maximum reward. So have that in mind. And these quests will be refreshed every single day. It goes on for 5 days, so multiple different rewards that you can get. pretty cool, but make sure you do the final one, and you can rotate this as well. You can refresh this as well. And I did it for me because I'm farming currently the XP raid. I want to get some XP for my heroes to do the Corridor of Glory. Very important, very important for everybody to do Corridor of Glory. And yeah, get some divine fragments, I think they're called, and then 4 of these candies. All right, pretty cool. There's also this one, which you get all of the resources from just dailies. And then I believe the Jewel of Champions, that's pretty cool. You just do PvP. They've improved this, the rate that you gain these rewards, so it's gonna be very easy to complete the whole thing. And then Brave Conquest, this is basically just doing any gear raid or artifact material raid. You'll still get some rewards. And then Corridor of Glory, this is the most important. I would say always be doing these when they pop up, because they have rewards for legendary skill crystals. This is very difficult to acquire. Okay, I'm not saying go for the 10,000 reward every single time, especially if you're free to play or low spender. That will be very difficult, but save all your XP and ranking up for when these are up. And especially now with the fusion, if you haven't completed it, then pushing all your resources for this time around should be something maybe that you have in mind. Okay, I'm gonna go for the 10,000 reward, because legendary skill crystals just get boom, they disappear from my account immediately. Once I get one, I give it to one of my heroes, and that's it. And then finally we have Tales of the Smith. So this is just upgrading your stuff. I got already these rewards, the spooky treat rewards, and they're totally fine. I can push a little bit more and even get some summons through just upgrading my gear, which I'll eventually do. I still have almost 5 days, so there's no real rush to finish everything on day 1. All right, and then following up, look at the redeem shop. I think this is amazing. This is the best thing that they've done. They really listen to feedback, I'm gonna say. Look at this, 50,000 for 1 spooky treat. So if I wanted to, guys, right now, for the 40 spooky treats I had, this would equal to 40 times 50. That is just amazing. That is 2 million gold just through this one. All right, I don't know how many we'll have in total by the end of this. I haven't bought anything yet, but really gold is worth it now to buy it. I think the least value for everybody would be probably Skull of Desecration. I think it's too high, the price for this one. You'll eventually farm it. It's not even the top tier 1 mythic, but if you're somebody that is still lacking some AoE damage, maybe you can have that in mind. I would say, since there's no rush, just keep every single one of your spooky treats by the end of it, and then see, okay, do I really need to buy any mythic extracts? Usually the answer will be no, because as you play through, you'll start accumulating these by the dozens, right? As you can see, I have 34 and I'm not really using them. I don't have a real hurry to promote any of my heroes. The same thing with the legendary ones. Look at that, I have 155. This one, the avatar, is purely cosmetic, so if you want something cosmetic, then you can buy it, but it's 50, so that's 2.5 million gold that you can possibly lose if you don't buy that. Of course, there's a limit for this one, for the gold, with 99 purchasable, so have that also in mind. We might be able to buy every single one of them, so that might be what, close to 5 million gold through this event. I think that is nice, right? Yeah, so 10 is 500,000, 100 is 5 million gold. Yeah, okay. And then there's 10 purchasable crystals. This is, of course, #1 priority, I would say. Maybe then the Skull of Desecration, if it's something that you really want to, and depending on how many you have left, you can just go for gold, and then maybe a gold bonus if you're still somebody that farms gold raid. But I've explained it many times before in my videos. Do not farm the gold raid, guys. Just go and farm gear and then sell that gear, and you'll get the gold that you're looking for. So these are the Halloween events, looking really good. I'm gonna keep on farming them, and if I see anything else, if we get like a promo code or something, I'll post a video. Make sure you follow the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe, yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.